All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to just go over how to create the tile maps with the walls and the barriers inside the Pac-Man game. All right. So, what did you guys start with yesterday? Did you start with a 30 by 30 or a 60 by 60? All right, so let's go ahead and start with a 60 by 60. I'm just going to go really slow. This is just going to be a 60 by 60 pixels, a really slow demonstration on how to GIMP the sides, all right, the backgrounds, all right. So, number one, we're going to paint it black. We're not going to do it yet, but we are going to end up painting it black because they're black tiles. Are you with me? All right. So, if you want, we could go ahead and just paint this guy black. Go over here, get your paint can. Go down here, get black. Boom, paint that in. There you go. That's black. And that's one of your tiles. Are you guys with me? Let's go to an image canvas size, and let's go ahead and make this now 120. You guys should know how to do all layers by now. How many people know how to do all layers? Okay, resize it. Pretty simple. Here you go. And now over here, what I want to do, folks, is I'm going to start showing my grid. I'm going to start using my grid. So watch this. I'm going to go to Image, Configure Grid. You know it's 60 by 60, right? So what's 1/3 of 60? 20. So, and by the way, the other class did 30 by 30, so they would have done a 10 by 10 grid. Are you with me? So we're going to do a 20 by 20 grid here, okay? Now, let's go get one of the most simplest basic rails there are out there, all right? So what I want to do here is just create that simple rail that's going across the top. Are you with me? All right, so what I'm going to do is take my pencil. I'm going to double click on my pencil. I'm going to go over here and get my paintbrush, and I want to make sure I have just 1 pixel. All right, now that is a big, huge pixel there. Do we want to draw in 20s? No. So you're going to go down here and probably draw it in 1s, especially since it's a 60 by 60. Okay, 1 is not that big. All right, so watch this. I'm going to go load up my brush with that really hot blue, okay, because that's what I see on the board. Are you guys with me on that? And now watch this. I'm going to click right here to the top. I'm going to hold down my Control button, or I think it's my Shift button. There it is. And I'm just going to drop it all the way across. I'm going to go down to the bottom one, Shift, and this draws a perfectly straight line. Are you with me on that? How many people saw how I did that? And now I'm going to go down here, Shift, draw a straight line, straight across, Shift, draw a straight line, straight across, and boom, I'm done. All right, how many people understand what I just did? Was that hard? No. All right, so let's go do the next one. Now the next one, it needs to start connecting with this. We need a right-hand corner, are you with me, or a left-hand corner. We need the bottom left corner. We need the bottom right corner. Are you guys with me on this? Okay. Should it connect to this? Yes, it should connect to this. This is why we got to have grid lines. So we're going to go to Image, Canvas Size again. We're going to blow this up by 60. So we're going to go to 180. Resize, all layer. How many people are getting all this now? This is not that hard now, is it? All right. And now I want to start taking this guy, okay, and I want to start drawing it down into here. Are you guys with me? And I'm going to go up here, and this guy's going to curve. All right. If you mess up, you just kind of, I'm just going to like take an arc. Now, we probably could use our arc path here, couldn't we? My path tools. Let's see if I can do a path tool here. And can I bend this? That's going to be hard. Okay. Too hard. I don't need that. You also could use the free select tool. So let me try free select. We'll just play around here with pre-select for a second. So I can just start curving this down, pre-selecting it. Okay, boom, over. And I just want to try to make a little rail system that comes over here. Are you guys with me? And I'm going to pour that in. There you go. All right, and now I can do the same thing up here. Take your free select tool or your pencil, either one. Start right here. Okay, and I'm going to start curving down into my second path. I'm going to go here. And I think I went a little too far there. That's why I like the free select tool. You kind of get to see the path before you draw it. You guys with me on that? Who's getting this? Okay, I'm going to fill that in. And there I go. So does that look like a curve? Yeah. Okay. So now I have it curving down to the right. And if you want to pencil it in, that's fine. I don't care. It's up to you. All right. So who understands how I did this? Can I fill this in with black? Yeah, I can. At the end, we can start, you guys can start grabbing this stuff here. You can go to your paint can, and you can start filling in with black. And that's what it'll look like at the end. Do I want to do that right now? I really don't, because I want to be able to see my grid. Who gets this? The grid is important to me. It lines things up for me. Okay? So what other piece do I need? Okay, so now I can go to Image, Canvas Size, 240, All Layers, Resize. All right. And if I want now, I actually, let me go ahead and I'm going to do another canvas size in here. I'm going to go all the way up to 300 here. Okay, all layers, resize, and I can grab both of these if I want. I can grab this guy right here. I can take this guy. I can copy it, paste it, bring it over here. And can I rotate it? Can we rotate this? Yeah. Yeah, I can rotate this. And all you got to do is go back here and type in 90 and rotate it 90 degrees. There you go. You got your up and down. That's your up and down rail. Okay, are you guys with me on this? All right. And now can I take this guy right here, anchor that, cancel, anchor that, cancel, anchor. Thank you. Go ahead and grab, could I grab this turning piece here, the corner piece? I can grab this piece, Control C, Control V, I can paste it, and I can put it over here. And can I rotate this piece? Yeah. So you don't have to draw out every single one of these. You can blow it up. Make sure you get it positioned where you want it. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't do a good job of selecting that. You guys see how I missed down at the bottom? You have to really make sure you select a 30 by 30 or a 60 by 60. Okay, Control C, Control V. Bring it over here. Okay, you're going to rotate this. And now I can rotate that guy up. Or I can rotate it 90 degrees. All right, there you go. That one's going up. All right. So, this is how we need to make our rails today. Do you see how everyone is a piece of track and then you're just going to piece it together? Any questions on how to do this? All right. So this is what you're making. I'll just post this right here. This is what you're making. You got to have everything on here. And yeah. Okay. So back in the old days, how did they do game over? Yeah, they just made it in GIMP, and they put a G in here and an A in here, and they might have put a GA together if it would fit in the 60 box. They could have put ME in a box. They could have put OV and ER in a box. Are you with me? And then all they had to do is have it show up, because the graphics were easier to make back then than actually having text show up on the screen. Are you good? Are you with me? If you guys look at an old-time Sprite sheet, you would actually see the zeros, the ones, twos, threes, four, five, all the numbers and all the letters printed out. Really? And that's how they did the scores, by putting the numbers and the letters together. Are you with me? With images. It was all done with images, and they just showed different images. Are you with me? So how did you get 100? You had a 1, a 0, and a 0 image next to each other. How did you get 200? A 2, a 0, and a 0 next to each other. You guys with me on this? It was all done with images back in the day. All right? So this is how you make your tiles. All right? Any questions about making tiles? All right? That's pretty tough. I use my number one, what you could, if you're not happy with your curve, you could make each tile bigger. So if you went to like a 120, you're going to get a better curve because you have a bigger box, you have more pixels in there. Remember, the more pixels we have, the more definition you have. Okay? So, but you're looking at like an old school 60 by 60, right? Remember, old school was called 64-bit? Do you guys remember old school is called 64-bit? That probably means that this was 64 pixels by 64 pixels. Are you with me? And then they had this all goes back to binary. It was 2, 4, 8, 16, 32-bit, right? And then 64-bit, and then 128-bit, 256, and 512, and 1024. Are you with me? Those are all binary numbers. So these were all representing binary back in the day. That's when we started out, okay? So this was probably 64-bit. Would have been the, improved game. The first one probably was 32-bit, right? 32 pixels by 32 pixels, and that's why Pacman was pixelated. Are you with me? Okay? And he might have been a 16-bit. Very pixelated. All right? So who understands how to do this? This is what you're making. You've got to make all these. All right? Yeah. I didn't have very much success using the path tool. What I did is I used the free select tool. Do you want me to show you how to do it again? Yes. All right, image, canvas size. So I'm going to blow this up by another 60, so 360. All layers, resize. All right, blow this up, and let's look at it over here. Are you with me? So do you understand this? Where you at? Are you watching? All right, so I'm going to go take my free select tool. This is the way I do it. I know I want to connect with this little middle piece here, right? So I'm going to go connect here. Nope, that's wrong. All right, so I'm going to go get my free select tool, and I want to go right here. Okay, and I just start drawing this path with my free select tool. And the slower you do this and the more you curve, that kind of answers your question, Katie. You know, the slower you do this and the more you curve, the more dots you have, probably the better ending product you're going to get. Okay, so I just want to come down into like here. I want to go over, and I'm going to start mimicking that curve going back. And probably the more you dots you do and the better curve you get, probably the better product you have. I want to end up just a little bit over top here. You guys see this? And then I'm going to go back, and I don't know, it still kind of pixelates, but, and there you go, that's black. I don't want black. I want blue. Okay? So there you go. There's blue. Okay? Go back and get your blue color, paint it in. There's my blue. All right? You guys see what I did? So that's how I got a curve going out and down. And then I could do it again. You know, you start up here just a little bit below the line, and you just come out and you start generating a path. And I'm aiming for that other line over here. You with me? And I go here, and it starts, I just start curving around, and now this kind of makes my streets. Okay, pour that in. If you don't like it, you can do it again. Are you with me? So it's going to look a lot better when you zoom out. Are you with me? So, you know, when you're zoomed in, you're like, oh my God, it doesn't look very good. But when you zoom out, it's going to look fine. It's going to look okay. All right? Just as long as you got the technique on how to do that. All right, so I repeated here. Did I really need to do this? Now, I already have this one here, so I don't need this one again. So can I just rotate it? Sure, I can just rotate it. So I'm going to go ahead and blow this up. Do you guys see how important it is to blow something up and then work with it very specifically? Okay. Go in here, you get more accurate. Copy this, paste it, and rotate it. That's the one I have. Now I need this one right here. So you're going to go 180, rotate, and there you go. And now I've got down right, I've got upright, I've got, okay, up left, upright, down right, okay. So you just make sure you get one of all these. All right. So that's why you got to be good at looking at that. Okay. So could I make one with a dot in it? Sure. So you go to image, canvas size. I'm going to start going down to 120. All layers. So how would I make one with a dot in it? All right, that's pretty simple. You just go right here, and I'm going to go to the center one, and I'm going to go center that. I'm going to go get a yellow. I'm going to go get a paint can. I'm going to pour that in, and that should be yellow. All right. Don't know why that's not painting that in yellow. So I'm going to go grab this again, pour this guy in. There it is. There's my dot. All right. Could I go make a power ball? Sure. I come over here, and there's my power ball. Paint cannon. There's my power ball. I just made a power ball. Are you guys with me? It's a power pellet. Yeah. Either one. You make, guys, you know, you have to look at this game board over here and pick it apart, and you got to make this. If you guys can make this, I'll be good. I'll be happy with that. If you want to come up here and take a picture of this and have it at your seat, that's fine. Do that. Okay? You guys can make the strawberry, the cherry, the banana, okay, the Coca-Cola, the grapes. All right? This is what you're due by Friday. All right? So, have fun, keep calm, and gimp on. So, some other ones that are in here are the straight bar ones. But I think we're good there.